My wife found out that her ex-husband has cancer and she wants to move in with him, leaving me and our children, but I am considering letting her go because he is my best friend too. My wife was married to Bob for almost a decade. They got divorced 12 years ago. There is a story behind it. Bob and my wife were college sweethearts. They got married very young and have been happy. However, tragedy struck and Bob got into an accident which led him to be paralyzed from the waist down. My wife was 29 and Bob was 30 back then. My wife took care of him for 3 years, but in the end, she just gave up. She told Bob that she could not do this anymore. She knows she sounds selfish but she always wanted kids, but Bob cannot have children after the accident. She wanted to get a divorce but promised him that she would always be there for him. She just wants to be selfish for once. Bob, although he was upset, understood. They split amicably. My wife stood by her promise and still visited Bob. She was still a part-time caretaker for him before she met me. I met her 2 years after her divorce. While we were dating, she made her situation with Bob clear that she would continue to see him. I know a lot of guys would be skeptical about this, but I just loved her the moment I saw her. Her kindness and compassion towards others is what drew me towards her. After we became official, she only went to see Bob once a week, sometimes even twice. I did not mind then. In fact, I liked her ex very much. He didn't treat me like I was the other man. He was always welcoming towards me and even showed me his library. I always felt bad for what happened to him. He was a great man and life has just betrayed him. When we got married, I could still see the sadness in his eyes, although there was a mix of emotions from him. I always felt that Bob never stopped loving my wife, and to some degree, my wife still has feelings for him. I know she loves me a lot. She has always treated me like I'm her king and always showed her love to me. Seriously, I'm really lucky to have her in my life. Together we have 2 children. My kids are also close with Bob. Everything was fine until a few months ago, when we got the news that Bob had cancer. It was at the last stage and he might not even survive a full year, but there is still possibility. The news really shattered my wife. She had stopped eating properly and being her usual cheerful self. I understand it, but here is a part that I am a little uncomfortable with. She now visits him very often. Most of the time I will be there with her. Then few weeks after the discovery, she told me she wanted to move into his house. She told me that Bob feels lonely and his siblings have not cared about him since his accident, and it would be better if she would just stay with him. I objected. We had an argument and reached a compromise that we were both going to stay. So I've been staying at Bob's house for 2 weeks now. 4 days ago, we were all having dinner and after we were finished I decided to do the dishes. My wife and Bob were chatting. The conversation was like this. Bob, I really miss this. I miss talking to you like the good times. My wife, me too. Remember one time we talked so much that we were late for work the next day? It wasn't even important. Bob, what happened to us? Lily? I mean, we were something. People would use us as an example. I miss you a lot. Never thought that when I was dying you wouldn't be my wife anymore. My wife. I know. At one point I thought that too. But life had other plans. I mean, I love you, but I love my family more. It was not the same after your accident. It is as if they forgot that I was in the kitchen and listening to their conversation. My wife was normal after that. We went to bed and kissed each other goodnight. Between this, she wanted to make love to me, but I just rejected her. I don't know how to feel about all of this. I trust my wife. I know she is a strong woman with good morals. She will never cheat on me. I know she is just sympathetic towards Bob because their relationship was beyond just exes. They are best friends. I feel like an intruder between them. And I think no matter what my opinion is about all of this, I will always be the bad guy. Update. I just wanted to do the talk when she wasn't stressed. I texted my wife to meet us at our house, not Bob's. I ordered her favorite food and set up the table. When she arrived, she was surprised to see the setup and I just told her since she has been stressed lately I wanted to do something good for her. I called my mother. The kids are with her. Bob is staying at the hospital today so he is fine too, and she can relax. She was happy and thanked me. We talked about our life and she vented about her job and everything that's been going on. Then I dropped the bomb about her conversation with Bob. I told her about the conversation she was having with Bob and how it made me feel. Well, I like Bob and I know she loves me too, but I cannot help but imagine her wanting to be with him. And it's really like a stab. Though I do appreciate her wanting to help Bob, I want to enforce boundaries. I cannot live forever in her ex's house. We have our own house. She needs to think about our kids too. I feel like day by day I'm losing her. This is just my concern and not insecurity. I expected her to flip out and become defensive, but she just cried a lot. She said that she didn't mean to hurt me. She knows she went too far with wanting to stay with Bob. She says she doesn't want Bob to feel alone. That's why she proposed it. And she feels sorry for not listening. She didn't mean to hurt me. She has been thinking about the living situation. I told her it's not enough. I wanted us to talk to a therapist. This whole thing is just a burden on me. She got scared and said why? Nothing's wrong with us. I told her I wanted to do this. Just make sure we are on the same page and there are no hard feelings on either side. Then I asked her if she still wished to be with Bob, because if he didn't have the accident they would still be together. She told me she has wasted time thinking about what if. She knows we'd probably never meet or she and Bob could have divorced for a different reason. The thing is she doesn't want to think about it. What happened just happened. She loves me and doesn't want to be with Bob. Bob has a place in her heart as a friend and a family. When she says she loves Bob doesn't mean she is in love with him. She hasn't thought about him in a romantic way since their divorce. The only reason she stuck with Bob was because they promised each other no matter what happened they would be with each other even as a friend. She proposed that we move back home and only stay 1 day a week at Bob's house. She might do occasional visits when it is needed. I agreed, but I still insisted on going to therapy. She agreed to it. We have yet to tell Bob about the news, but I'm sure he will understand. And before you ask, yes, Bob has a full-time nurse. He has a family but they hardly ever visit him. I'm also very much drained emotionally. Bob is also my friend. Seeing him getting weak every day just makes me feel hopeless too.